New tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 6, we are hearing from officials after this fire sent up a plume of dark smoke over Pasco.
And take a look outside, look up in the sky. We have some cloud-to-cloud lightning in the area right now. We're tracking all the details in my First Alert weather forecast.
And the heat might leave you feeling under the weather. Tonight, we're talking about when you need to seek medical help and when a cold drink will do the trick.
And ballots are in the mailboxes for the August primary. This is your chance to be heard on a number of issues, including who advances in the governor's race. We're taking an in-depth look at how to ensure your vote is counted.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. First at 6, more fires today, and one person is unfortunately dead after this fire destroyed a home in Findlay. Benton County Fire District 1 got the first call for help shortly before 6 o'clock this morning. Fire officials say 2 people were inside when that fire started, but only one was able to escape.
Whenever we have a fatality fire, it takes its toll on folks. We try to work with them very closely and monitor each other very closely to make sure everybody's doing okay. You know, it wasn't super hot this morning, but the heat played a factor in a way that our firefighters that were out there worked very hard, you know, carrying all that gear and in that heavy structural gear, even though it wasn't super hot, takes a toll on everybody.
Now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. The home totally destroyed.
Firefighters in Pasco had to deal with the rising temperatures as they battled a brush fire threatening a business this afternoon. Take a look. Police had to shut down about a block of East Lewis Street while fire crews responded to the fire near SD Auto Repair. Fire officials say they were able to get the fire under control within an hour.
Progressed through this grassy area and caught a couple cars on fire and some tires on fire, but the crews were able to keep it away from the building itself and no damage to the structure.
Now this comes as we're tracking an increased risk of fire danger all across the region. All that dry grass is getting even drier as the temperatures rise.
They are. Stacy Lee, we are hearing thunder at our studio in Kennewick right now. It's happening.
That's right. Let's take a live look outside. I'm pointing the camera. I was hoping to catch that, but I was seeing some cloud-to-cloud lightning just outside of our studios just moments ago. So I saw some folks out on the river. Probably time to get inside this evening. 88 degrees. And here's what it looks like on our radar. We're seeing some pretty big lightning strikes out towards Prosser, but Benton City and Tri-Cities, again, cloud to cloud. I haven't seen any striking the ground. But again, this is very dangerous because if we do get any lightning strikes with our dry conditions, we could start some new fires. Plus, we have those breezier winds that have just picked up here in the last little bit. So we've got our fire weather warning red flag alert in the area through 10 o'clock tonight. Most of these storms will start to wrap up and we'll start to see some clearing skies. Those temperatures have dropped. We were in the 90s just a little while ago, now already down into the 80s. Overnight lows down in the 60s with those straight thunderstorms should be clearing up around 10 o'clock tonight. For tomorrow, hot and dry once again, 104 for our temperature. We do have heat advisories in place through tomorrow night. So we're tracking those thunderstorms this evening till about 10 o'clock tonight. Decreasing clouds overnight. They'll start to clear back up. Elevated fire danger, can't say that enough. And our heat wave continues. In fact, we get even hotter as we head towards the weekend. I'll get to all those details in your First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. The Yakima City Council has announced Vicki Baker will be the next Yakima City Manager. In a statement, the mayor highlighted Baker's connections to the community and her broad range of professional experience. Baker has owned and operated a local grocery outlet store since 1999. She also previously operated a public relations business and served as Yakima County Commissioner during the pandemic. In 2021, Baker became the Yakima Valley Conference of Governments Deputy Director.
I move to select Vicki Baker as the city manager of the city of Yakima and direct staff to bring back a resolution and employment contract on July 23rd with an effective date of August 8th.
Now, the county terminated the previous city manager's contract in January and appointed an interim city manager. He will continue in that role until Baker takes over.
Well, the city of Sunnyside selected its new city manager after an executive session last night during a special meeting. The council offered the job to Mike Gonzalez after a unanimous vote, contingent on him accepting the role and going through contract negotiations. The goal is for the start date and contract signing date to be August the 1st.
Well, it is voting season. Ballots are starting to pop into your mailboxes. We're heading into the primary elections in August. And this is actually bigger than you might think because we are narrowing down the list of people running for governor. And there are also some local issues on the ballots, like asking whether people want legal pot sales in West Richland.
So Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports how to make sure your vote counts and when you should be getting those ballots in the mailbox.
Ballots have already been mailed off, and after I spoke with Benton County's auditor, Brenda Chilton, she says you can expect to see your ballot by the start of next week. But there's one detail she wants you to pay attention to.
What we're emphasizing a lot this election season is the importance of your signature. So when you filled out your ballot and you put it into a security sleeve and then you put that security sleeve inside the outer envelope, there is a place on the outer envelope for you to sign your name. You're subscribing to an oath, and then we compare your signature against the signature that we have on your voter registration record.
Chilton says that's not the only thing voters should know when it comes to their ballots.
Two other most common mistakes is they forget to sign it at all, or they forget to mail it, or they forget to mail it on time. And so, just paying attention to make sure that you sign it, that you're signing with your official signature, and that you're returning it timely.
If you mailed your ballot and you're worried you might have done something wrong, Chilton says you have a chance to fix it.
We're going to notify you. We're going to send you a letter. We're going to call you. We're going to text you. However, whatever information that we have available to us, we're going to attempt to contact you and explain to you how you can cure that problem.
Chilton says if you want to make your vote count, you have to meet these submission deadlines.
So you have till 8 p.m. on election day to either get it postmarked or to deliver it to one of our conveniently located drop boxes throughout the county. If you are mailing your ballot, you really want to do that about a week in advance.
If you haven't registered to vote, you have up to 8 days to register online or the day of until 8 p.m. at the Benton County Voting Center, while you will be given a ballot as well over the counter. Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. Now, Washington will get more than $1 billion from the federal government to help replace 2 bridges along I-5. The biggest project is replacing the bridge over the Columbia between Portland and Vancouver. Since the bridge is half in Washington and half in Oregon, figuring out how to pay for it, who's responsible for paying for it, has been a slow process. The new $1.4 billion grant comes on top of $600 million in federal funding awarded late last year. Officials are predicting that a new bridge will cost around $6 billion. Ironman
70.3 is coming to the Tri-Cities at the end of September this year, but tonight tickets are already completely sold out. Organizers say they do need some more volunteers, however. In the meantime, the sports organization introduced their 2024 Ironman 70.3 Washington Tri-Cities Finisher Medal. Here it is on your screen. It's complete with wine glass charms. The race takes place September 22nd through the 24th.
Beautiful time to be in the Tri-Cities, but if you are training for that event, please be careful with your outdoor exercise because it is still very hot out there.
And still ahead tonight here at 6, we are highlighting what you need to know about heat-related illness and some of the situations that don't necessarily mean a trip to the emergency room.
And there is some hope on the horizon if you can hang on long enough. Stacy is up next with your full First Alert forecast.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. You check the expiration dates.
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
See, you got yourself a new hat.
Yep, had to. Fired up to fire Biden.
Now, well, first we got to deal with that congressman, Newhouse.
That's easy. Not voting Newhouse.
You know, he voted to impeach Trump. I'm not voting for no Newhouse.
How about Jared Sessler?
Sessler the vegan?
Jared Sessler's a vegan.
He's a vegan and he wants to tax our beef.
There's only one choice.
And there is only one choice, and that's Tiffany Smiley.
Tiffany Smiley it is.
MWSA Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising. I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Dishwasher on the fritz? Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we'll have all of your top stories and fire updates. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will let you know how our weather is impacting fire danger in that first alert full forecast. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.
Looking for a quiet place to kayak or paddleboard?
The lake, the river here they're just great.
You'll want to see Blackwell Island.
Get out and experience the water. This is a great recreation area.
Fly the Northwest.
Lots of scenery.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Farming at any scale is often about using what you have at hand to get the job done. Life definitely gets a little easier and more enjoyable when you have the right tools. It's important to me to be a good and reliable farmer, and that means taking care of the environment too. I want to see the valley continue to thrive and provide food long into the future. I just love what I do, and I wake up every day thankful to provide healthy, local food to my community.
Stop by today and feel the power of Pingree.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. Hun, what do you think of this one? From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
This newscast sponsored by Walker's Furniture and Mattress.
Welcome back. We've got a thunderstorm rolling through. We'll have a check on your first alert forecast coming up in just a moment. But first, we have to talk about Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown. We are looking for the top place to eat in our area. 32 restaurants made it through round one. Now it is time for you to vote for the Sweet Delicious 16 in round 2. You can scan the QR code on your screen right now with the camera on your smartphone, or click on contests at applevalleynewsnow.com and select Restaurant Showdown. Both of those options will let you vote for your favorite. After you vote, be sure to enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. We're going to be choosing 24 winners in a random drawing at the end of voting from all of the people who enter over the course of the competition. And remember, to enter each round, you vote for more chances to win. You can check it all out at applevalleynewsnow.com.
The Tri-Cities Diversity and Inclusion Council kicked off their back-to-school supply drive today. The annual event takes place from now until August 15th. Organizers say they are hoping for items like backpacks, glue sticks, and colored pencils. The drive leads up to the Back to School Bash, where anyone is welcome to get supplies they need for the new school year. The Back to School Bash takes place at the HAPO Center on August the 19th. Jess Quist with the council says she looks forward to supporting students and relieving back to school stress.
In order for children to have confidence in school, having a haircut, being excited, getting those new products, being able to focus in school because they have a pencil and they have a notebook, all of those things are essential.
You can drop off donations at the Tri-Cities Diversity and Inclusion Council office or at Blue in the Uptown Shopping Center. It is that time of year where hospitals start getting patients with heat-related illness or injuries due to summer recreation. But not every case requires a trip to the ER.
Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital, which has one of the busiest emergency departments in the state, about how to tell when medical care is actually necessary.
When it comes to beating the heat, prevention is key. Sunscreen, drinking lots of water, frequent breaks, and lightweight clothes that cover as much skin as possible.
With the heat, you're going to see things like dehydration or heat-related illnesses that
again, when it's 107 degrees outside, really can manifest itself, especially for those who are at the extremes of age, who have a difficulty maintaining or regulating their temperature.
If you're just hot and tired, try drinking water and retreating to the shade or an air-conditioned space. But if it goes beyond a little weakness or a mild headache,
Disorientation, inability to walk straight, inability to hold down any liquids, those are certainly things that should prompt medical attention.
smoke, a frequent issue during wildfire season in Washington state. Aggravating for people with chronic lung conditions, but anyone can be affected.
Having a little bit of a sore throat or just feeling like you're breathing in a campfire every day.
Symptoms like coughing, wheezing, or shortness of breath should lessen when you get away from the smoke.
If they're not able to have their symptoms get better even when they're removed from it, that might be a reason that they need to present to their primary care provider and be evaluated.
This summer, doctors seeing an increase in COVID activity.
If you're sick, stay home. Please try to limit spread of any sort of cold or other things.
If you're spending a lot of time outside, insects can become an issue.
Using some just over-the-counter measures typically works. I would say if you have a big red, hot, swollen bump, it's probably not just a bug bite anymore. There may be sign of an infection.
A sign you may need to see your primary care provider or visit urgent care, but probably not the emergency department.
In an ideal world, if you're having an acute medical need, most of the time it's probably not going to be an emergency and you can call your primary care provider and be seen. But also you can see one of our local urgent care facilities, which again can provide you excellent care, really just saving the emergency room for those true emergencies.
So the people who need care most can get it quickly. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, Multicare at Yakima Memorial Hospital will be opening up an additional off-campus emergency department in Union Gap, but that's not expected to happen until 2025.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, we've had a pretty active evening so far with a very active thunder and lightning cells moving over the region, bringing some heavy rainfall. We had to all look outside because we forgot what rain looks like, but it's fast moving. It's just about clearing the area, but there's the potential to have more of these storms overnight tonight. This is a live look out in Richland. I saw boats out on the river just minutes ago. Good time to get off, and you can see the rain falling right now. 88 degrees. Our temperatures dropped substantially. Perfect setup for the storm today because our temperatures were a little cooler due to the cloud cover. This monsoonal moisture coming up from the desert southwest combined, and that makes that active weather happening that you're seeing tonight. Winds right now at 9 miles per hour. Our sunset at 8:43. So we continue to track our red flag fire warning alert. That's going to expire tonight at 10 o'clock. Things are very dry. We've had dry thunderstorms and we're even having a little bit of rain coming through. Futurecast, though, it's not going to last, guys. It's moving on to the north. Connell might be seeing a little burst here coming up in just a little while, and then it moves out of our area as we get into your Thursday. Look for mostly clear conditions, and then the heat is on. The oven comes right back on after we get past tonight. We've been tracking that air quality. It's been looking a bit hazy out tonight, but air quality right now in moderate. It's not unhealthy yet, but if you are sensitive and are noticing that, just try to avoid being outdoors. We're going to continue to track that smoke on our Futurecast smoke maps. We can kind of see we have a light haze kind of lingering around the entire area. Heavier smoke is accumulating along the foothills of the Blues, maybe impacting Pendleton and Walla Walla overnight. Most of that should start to clear, but that light haze is going to continue to linger as our wildfires continue to burn around the area. We also have an excessive heat warning. That's going to stay in play till Thursday night. Those temperatures of 100 or above and possibly record-breaking temperatures for the weekend. That will expire tomorrow. However, I believe we're going to have another excessive heat warning issued into the weekend as temperatures will continue to rise. In Yakima, we'll see temperatures well above 100 degrees both Saturday and Sunday. Sunday being the hottest, and we may get pretty close to 109, 110 degrees in the Tri-Cities by Sunday. Walla Walla, very hot, 106 on Saturday. Temperatures just below 110 on Sunday. The good news is we'll start to see a gradual cool down in the first part of next week, where we might actually drop down to temperatures right around the average for this time of year. Here's what it looks like tonight. Again, those stray thunderstorms and then clearing skies. Tomorrow going to be nice and hot, potentially breaking some records with those heat conditions out there. And your 7-day planning forecast It stays very dry and very hot into the weekend in Yakima. But check out Tuesday and Wednesday, temperatures getting closer to where they should be, the normal range. We are definitely going to be seeing some records broken in Tri-Cities over the weekend. 106 Saturday, 110 possibly on Sunday, and then to the 90s by the weekend. Walla Walla, it's going to be sweltering heat there. On top of that, add the hazy smoke that's going to be lingering around the foothills of the Blues. And in Hermiston, very hot over the weekend, dangerously dry. But again, we're keeping an eye on these 90s as you get to Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. I'll continue to track the thunder and lightning outside, so I'm going to head back to my desk, guys.
Or she'll just go outside.
That too. We've all been doing that.
All right, still ahead here at 6. A warning from the FDA about snacks that might look like popular brands but are actually laced with THC. Their concerns and how Washington deals with the issue next.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including summer stock reduction savings. Save on a dozen ball canning jars, regular mouth jars $11.99, wide mouth $13.99. Save on Blazer Brass 9mm ammo. A 50-count box is just $11.99. Plus save $50 on an Avanti 5 cubic foot chest freezer, hot priced at $139.99. Save now with store-wide savings of up to 50% off during our summer stock reduction sale only at Bi-Mart.
Summer is here, and it's the best time of year to get a new zero-turn mower from Husqvarna. Husqvarna Zero Turns can tackle any job with commercial quality and professional performance. Wide cutting decks, high cutting speeds, and durable construction are great reasons to choose Husqvarna. But there's more. Now we're offering new warranties up to 5 years and low monthly payment financing that makes choosing a Husqvarna Zero-Turn mower better than ever. Visit Liberty Lawn and Saw in West Richland or online at libertylawnandsaw.com.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of Ford vehicles, like the Built Wild Bronco family, with a deal you just can't miss. Your biggest adventures are waiting. So make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now. Lease a 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend for just $369 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
Meet Fat Beam Fiber, the fastest growing fiber provider in the West. With over 150,000 fiber miles across 150 cities and 8 states, we offer reliable internet and top-tier service to business, government, healthcare, education, and residential customers. From dedicated internet access to wireless backup, our team ensures 99.99% uptime and superior connectivity. Trust Fat Beam Fiber to expand network capabilities and protect your data. Discover more and request a quote at fatbeamfiber.com.
It's the 44th anniversary sale at Walker's Furniture.
This is one of our favorite events where we get to celebrate these great years with you.
And that means friends and family pricing throughout the store, with savings up to 44% off. Or get no interest financing for up to 5 years. So you can get it today and pay over time.
From our family to yours, we'd like to thank you for 44 wonderful years.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Welcome back. The FDA is warning 5 companies to stop producing copycat products that might look like familiar snacks, but are actually laced with a form of marijuana. Take a look at the packaging for some of these. They are very similar to things like Cheetos, Skittles, Oreos, Chips Ahoy, and Gushers. And because of that, officials are worried that children could snack on them without realizing that they contain a psychoactive cannabinoid. Even adults might help themselves without realizing how potent the edibles are. Now here in Washington, anybody creating marijuana edibles has to get approval from state regulators. They're not allowed to create anything that is similar to commercially available products marketed for consumptions by persons under 21 years of age. Now, still ahead tonight, we're going to hear from WSU's new athletic director. She's the first woman in history to take the job. That's new tonight at 6:30.
Round 2 voting is now open in Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Adelante. At last, we can finally have someone who understands us in the state Senate. Maria Beltran understands us because Maria is from Yakima. The daughter of immigrant parents, she's lived the challenges in our community. She'll fight for us hardworking people, so there's more work with better pay. Maria Beltran. So finally the state Senate will have a fighter for Yakima and for us. Maria Beltran. Adelante.
It's the 44th anniversary sale at Walker's Furniture.
This is one of our favorite events where we get to celebrate these great years with you.
And that means friends and family pricing throughout the store, with savings up to 44% off. Or get no interest financing for up to 5 years. So you can get it today and pay over time.
From our family to yours, we'd like to thank you for 44 wonderful years.
STCU is happy to support the Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
To vote, scan this QR code or click contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Plus, you could win a $25 gift card from STCU. From STCU, Les Schwab Tires and Whitman Hill Winery.
Just days after the assassination attempt, Donald Trump reveals his VP pick, J.D. Vance, as the Republicans rally in Milwaukee. And this week, David Muir and ABC News are right there live. The Republican National Convention tonight on ABC.
As sheriff, I arrested rioters, rapists, and mass murderers. Locked up human traffickers who preyed on women and children. On my watch, everyone was accountable. Despite being the Attorney General for 12 years, Bob Ferguson does not take responsibility for the rapid increase in crime and homelessness, businesses moving out of state, and jobs lost. And he thinks he deserves a promotion?
Dave Reichert.
Attention all Hanford and PNNL workers and contractors. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free lunch and learn resource fair on Friday, July 19th at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick from 11 to 2 p.m. You may qualify for additional healthcare benefits and financial compensation. Learn more at our free lunch and learn resource fair on Friday, July 19th at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick from 11 to 2 p.m.
Summer in our area usually means great weather, but every so often a storm moves in.
Count on Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather to warn you in advance of coming storms.
Stacey Lee evenings, Josh Colbert mornings, Apple Valley News Now. First Alert Weather on your side.
Round 2 voting is now open in Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown. When you vote, be sure to enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. We're giving away 4 cards during each round from STCU, Les Schwab Tires, and Whitman Hill Winery.
We have a health alert tonight. People have used magic mushrooms in therapy for years, but now we are getting a more scientific look about how they impact your brain. Researchers used functional MRI scans before 7 people during and after they used the psilocybin to show that the chemical apparently helps your brain disconnect from old ways of thinking and then connects to new ways of thinking. The FDA hasn't signed off on using magic mushrooms as medication, but they have allowed researchers to fast-track development and review of potential future drugs. Coming up next here on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30, we are talking heat. Triple digits continue to be a main headline, but there's a bit of relief in sight.
We are also talking about air quality. It is mid-July in Washington after all. What you need to know about wildfire smoke that typically does become a problem in August and September.
Plus, we are set to hear from the Republicans' newly nominated vice presidential candidate, what you might want to be looking for in his speech. Your news at 6:30 begins now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
We've made it to the middle of the week. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Austin Reed. That's Alyssa Warner. And we are talking about extreme fire danger tonight with storms bringing lightning to very dry brush.
Yeah, so the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office just posted online saying lightning started multiple fires, many of them in the area of Pilot Rock. They do have some level 3 go now evacuations in place for people between Highway 395 and Coombs Canyon Road.
So let's check in with Stacy Lee now. Stacy, you've been tracking these storms all afternoon and into the evening.
That's right. And those storms were coming up from the south. It just passed through the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities area. But prior to hitting us, it was hitting areas like Umatilla County. It was moving up through Pilot Rock. Meacham was getting heavy rain, Pendleton, and even the foothills of the Blues near Walla Walla. We can see now the rain has stopped. We'll start to see those clear skies, but our winds are still pretty high, 25 miles an hour. Also not going to help those fire starts that have begun because of the lightning. But here's that active radar just from a few minutes ago, pushing through the area. Most of that area where Pilot Rock we're talking about has passed that area right now. So this should be gone in a little bit and we'll start to see some clearing skies. But we still have potential thunder and lightning through about 10 o'clock this evening. We've got our fire weather watch red flag warnings, obviously because of the thunder and lightning we were seeing today all through the region. That will expire tonight at 10 o'clock. Look at our temperatures. We were up near 100. We dropped down to the 80s and now the temperatures are coming back up because of that system that came through. Overnight lows tonight in the 60s for most of our area. Winds will lighten up once these cells pass through our region. 104 dry conditions tomorrow. Again, more hot weather. So look out for those stray thunderstorms. When the thunder roars, you head indoors. Decreasing clouds, elevated fire danger through tonight. And our heat wave is going to continue. I'll tell you how hot it's going to get this coming weekend. Alyssa, Austin.
Thanks, Stacey. Now with wildfire season underway comes the smoke and further than that, the worsening air quality.
Apple Valley News Now's Josh Colbreth and Riley Fitzgerald have the story on northeastern Oregon's air quality as fires like the Lone Rock fire continue to burn.
Earlier this week, the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality issued an air quality advisory for Morrow and Umatilla counties due to smoke from wildfires going on. That air quality advisory was lifted for parts of eastern Oregon, but extended for other counties further south. This doesn't mean we're out of the clear, though, according to the DEQ, because there are still fires burning.
Wildfire smoke has fine particles that can be inhaled deep into your lungs and cause coughing, chest pain, asthma attacks, and wildfire smoke and those fine particles, they're about 30 times smaller than the diameter of a human hair. So it can also irritate eyes, nose, throat, and even worsen heart and lung diseases.
The DEQ is expecting intermittent smoke in Umatilla County through Friday because of the smoke from the Lone Rock fire. In addition to the masking aspect of this, Josh, what else can we do to protect ourselves from this smoke?
Yeah, it's way more than masking. First of all, the first best step is just to stay inside, especially if you're a part of one of those sensitive groups. But also, you know, if you're going to be inside, keep windows and doors closed. Avoid any strenuous outdoor activity. Use a high efficiency particulate air filter or portable air filter. So again, it's not just about the masking, it's also about some of those other steps that we can take. But of course, we hope everyone stays safe. Reporting in Plymouth, I'm Josh Colbreth.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald for Apple Valley News Now.
We're tracking developing news tonight. Federal prosecutors are now moving to drop some of the charges against some of the people accused of being part of the violence at the Capitol on January 6th of 2021. Many people were charged with obstructing an official proceeding, but the Supreme Court decided last month that charge can only be used for people accused of blocking or destroying evidence. The ruling also means people already convicted of obstruction in relation to January 6th could try to have their cases vacated. President Biden is reportedly considering big changes to the Supreme Court. While the president doesn't control the court, he could make proposals that Congress could then follow up on. And those proposals could include things like setting term limits rather than letting Supreme Court justices decide when or if they want to retire. The president could also propose an enforceable code of ethics rather than allowing the justices to regulate each other. And we learned today that President Biden has tested positive for COVID-19. He told reporters he feels fine. His doctors say he will be self-isolating at his home in Delaware.
And on the Republican side tonight, former President Trump just arrived at the convention, and it's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, he's going to be speaking tomorrow. Tonight, the spotlight is on the vice presidential nominee, and Julia Brenbrook has a look at what to expect tonight.
Former President Donald Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, set to take the stage at the Republican National Convention. Earlier in the day, Vance spoke at his first official campaign event outside of the convention.
We're going to get out there and try to fire up the crowd tonight and make the case, a very easy case to make, but an important case to make, that we have got to reelect President Donald J. Trump to the White House.
The former venture capitalist, veteran, and author entered Congress with an assist from Trump, whose endorsement helped him win a contentious race in 2022.
J.D. Vance, we love you, J.D. I've gotten to know him really well. He's a great guy.
The 39-year-old has been an outspoken supporter of Trump in Congress and often votes in allegiance with the former president's interest.
We need to have people who are supporting Trump, not trying to stab him in the back. It's very, very simple.
But Vance hasn't always been a Trump cheerleader, and Democrats will surely use past comments against him. During the 2016 presidential campaign, Vance repeatedly went after Trump, including in a since-deleted tweet where he called him reprehensible. Vance has since apologized for criticizing Trump and says the former president's record in office speaks for itself.
I was certainly skeptical of Donald Trump in 2016, but President Trump was a great president, and he changed my mind.
Reporting in Milwaukee, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Now, the Democratic National Convention is coming up in August, but the party is looking at holding a virtual vote ahead of the convention, despite growing calls for President Biden to drop out of the race.
Well, here in Washington, for the first time in history, Washington State University's athletic director is a woman. WSU officially introduced athletic director Ann McCoy this week. Now, she's been on the senior administrative team in Pullman for more than 20 years. McCoy says her top priority right now is figuring out a long-term conference plan for Cougar athletics now that the Pac-12 has been whittled down to the Pac-2.
I think this endeavor with conference affiliation is going to be a little like building a house. Right now, there's a lot of work going in behind the scenes, maybe underground, that not everybody can see. But sooner rather than later, you'll be both amazed and proud and excited for the structure that you see before you that will be Cougar athletics of the future.
WSU and OSU have 2 years to come up with a plan, which could include finding a new conference or possibly rebuilding the Pac-12. McCoy says everyone is watching because she says it won't be the last time a school has to navigate this kind of turmoil.
California's San Joaquin County has declared a state of emergency, all because of a virus impacting tomatoes. Officials say tomatoes are big business, bringing in more than $100 million to the county every year. But a virus spread by an insect is putting the entire harvest at risk. This isn't anything new, but what is new is that California banned a certain kind of pesticide because it can be dangerous for honeybees.
Up until last year, when the neonics were banned, this was a product that was available and regularly used. I hate to see these blanket bans for these reasons, because there are these products exist for a reason, so we use them when we have to.
Now, officials in the county say they have declared an emergency so that farmers can use the pesticide. More than half a dozen other California counties have declared similar emergencies to protect their tomato crops.
Well, the tomatoes, at least here in our area, are probably loving the hot weather just as long as you water them. We did see some storms move through the Tri-Cities in the past 30 minutes. Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert forecast next.
But first, all that heat might mean it's a good time to reconsider your energy drink habits. We're talking about that when we come on back.
Josh Cobra, First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
He's Donald Trump's handpicked choice, running mate, VP candidate. And tonight, it's his big night. J.D. Vance takes center stage, and David Muir and ABC News are right there live. The Republican National Convention, tonight on ABC.
So you got yourself a new hat. Yep, had to. Fired up and fire Biden. Now, well, first we got to deal with that Congressman, Newhouse. That's easy. Not voting Newhouse. You know, he voted to impeach Trump. I'm not voting for no Newhouse. How about Jared Sessler? Sessler the vegan? Jared Sessler's a vegan. He's a vegan and he wants to tax our beef. There's only one choice. Now, there is only one choice, and that's Tiffany Smiley. Tiffany Smiley it is. I like her.
Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Why is my internet slow? There's only 16 devices connected.
I'm so over this. My cable internet bill just increased again.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet. 25 times faster uploads. $65 less a month in cable. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply.
It's the 44th anniversary sale at Walker's Furniture.
This is one of our favorite events where we get to celebrate these great years with you.
And that means friends and family pricing throughout the store, with savings up to 44% off. Or get no interest financing for up to 5 years. So you can get it today and pay over time.
From our family to yours, we'd like to thank you for 44 wonderful years.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is shifting into high gear with the $160,000 Ultimate American Road Trip. Win free play gas cards or cruise your way up to $50,000 cash every Friday and Saturday. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then, on July 27th, win a new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Tri-Us app today.
Thanks for staying with us. With temperatures lingering into the triple digits, you might want to take a break from energy drinks right now. Most of them have a lot of caffeine, which adds to the stress on your body as you are already dealing with the heat.
So the FDA says it's 400 milligrams of caffeine per day, which is about what you would get in 4 or 5 cups of coffee. Should be okay for an adult, but you do need to understand how this chemical affects your body.
Caffeine is consumed daily by about 80% of adults worldwide, with good reason.
Caffeine certainly gives you that feeling of alertness. It reduces your feeling of fatigue or tiredness.
Dietitian Julia Zumpano with Cleveland Clinic says it works by blocking adenosine receptors in your brain. Those receptors slow down nerve activity, which makes us feel tired. That helps explain the afternoon crash some may feel when the effects of their morning coffee wear off.
It's important to understand your threshold, how you react to caffeine, how much you're having, how you're dosing it throughout the day.
For most people, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration says moderate caffeine consumption can be part of a healthy diet, but overuse can lead to side effects like insomnia, jitters, anxiousness, fast heart rate, upset stomach, nausea, headache, and a feeling of unhappiness. Zumpano says it's also important to pay attention to the source of your caffeine.
It's in a sugary beverage or coffee drink that's containing a tremendous amount of sugar or calories or fat. We're really not gaining the benefit.
Since caffeine affects everyone differently, Zumpano says to measure how much you can handle without having any negative side effects.
I usually say start low, start small, and then add very gradually.
Now, once you're used to having caffeine every day, if you decide to quit, you'll probably have to lower your intake slowly again to avoid symptoms like headaches and anxiety.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, we had a summer thunderstorm, and we were calling for that since yesterday, and that was what it looked like just a little while back, about a half an hour or so. We had heavy rain showers, lightning strikes, and some lightning-struck fires beginning in the Pilot Rock area with some warnings in place. We'll have more details and information about that online. Looking outside right now on our Dust Devil Sky Cam, most of the clouds have passed through the area. We'll start to see clearing skies, 91 degrees. Winds are still breezy at 25, but those will start to calm down as well. Our sunset at 8:43. There's that red flag warning. Again, that was based on the thunder and lightning. We were seeing dry thunderstorms in some areas early. We even had a little bit of rain. Our first rain we've had in well over a month, the first rain for July, that's for certain. Now this will expire at 10 o'clock tonight, but the fire danger remains high through our area since we are so dry, and we're going to start heating back up as we head towards the weekend. Futurecast shows us clearing skies for tomorrow, hot sunshine for you, and very dry conditions over the next couple of days. Air quality, we've been talking about that. It looked a little hazy. Part of it was cloud cover, and some of it was smoke from fires in our area. Our air quality is at moderate right now. We're still good in the Walla Walla area, but they're going to start to see increasing smoke developing and kind of lingering here along the foothills of the Blues. As you can see, these darker colors mean heavier smoke. We have light smoke and haze through the rest of the region, but we're going to continue to see smoke hanging out along the foothills of the Blues. Excessive heat warning, that's in place through Thursday night. We have a slight little cool down, but then we ramp right back up as we get into the weekend. So dangerous heat conditions all through our area. And I worry about folks that have to work outside during the heat. If you do, you need to be drinking some water or something with electrolytes every 20 minutes when you're working outside. Take regular breaks and try to get in some AC or at least shade to cool down when you have to work outdoors. So be safe out there. Temperature trends, we're still well above our average as we get into the weekend with our tip-top temperatures happening on Sunday. We're going to have very dangerous heat that day. We're finally going to start to see a little bit of relief at the beginning of next week. Tri-Cities, we could tap out close to 110 on Sunday. We're showing 108 on this just to kind of give you the averages overall. Walla Walla, it's going to be a hot one there coming up this weekend. Look at those temperatures up near 108. Could see 110 there as well. Back into the 90s, so we'll be getting closer to our average on Tuesday. That'll be the first time in several weeks that we'll kind of get a little bit of heat relief. Just been scorching hot so far for July. Let's take a look at our temps overnight tonight. We're still staying warm in the 60s, and with that storm passing through, we were up near the triple digits. We dropped down a good 20 degrees into the 80s, and we're on the climb back up into the 90s in the Columbia Basin anyway. Here's what we look like tomorrow. We're going to see those triple digits along the foothills of the Blues. Hotter here in the Columbia Basin, nice and hot in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. We could see some broken records with these temperatures tomorrow, and most certainly as we get into the weekend, there's those triple digits for Yakima all the way through Monday. Now things are going to start to shift with a bit of a cool down coming Tuesday and Wednesday. However, we're going to see hot sunshine. We're dangerously dry. Fire danger remains high all the way through the week. Here's that dangerous heat I'm talking about for the Tri-Cities. 106 Saturday, increasing to possibly 110 on Sunday, with 90s coming our way hopefully by Tuesday and Wednesday. Walla Walla, hazy conditions there with that smoke. It's going to start kind of collecting at the foothills of the Blues and get trapped there. You'll have that sweltering heat to deal with on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll get back into the 90s for your Tuesday and Wednesday. Hermiston's 7-day forecast, once again, triple digits all the way through Monday with a slight cool down. But look at the sun, no clouds in sight, very, very hot, very, very dry. And again, we have to keep an eye on those fire starts that happened today from the lightning. Still to come, I've got your viewer photo of the day. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Well, it is Wednesday. You know what that means. We're introducing you to this week's Operation Best Friend Pet next on Apple Valley News Now.
Allen Brecky Law Offices recruits and trains only the best. For over 30 years, Allen Brecky Law Offices has been working for your rights. Call 735-0546 to find out what your rights are under the law. They're waiting to help you.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique and we're here for all life's occasions all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick is still open, and we're having a sale. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Get ready for an unforgettable season with the Yakima Valley Pippins baseball team. We're celebrating our 10th season, and we want you to be a part of the excitement. Join us at the Yakima County Stadium for a fun, affordable, and professional baseball experience. From single game tickets to season ticket memberships, group events, and merchandise, we have options to fit everyone's needs. This season only, we're offering special deals to celebrate our 10th season. Don't miss out on Yakima Valley Pippins baseball.
STCU is happy to support the Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
To vote, scan this QR code or click contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Plus, you could win a $25 gift card from STCU. From STCU, Les Schwab Tires and Whitman Hill Winery.
Les Schwab Tires is proud to support Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
To vote, scan this QR code or click contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Plus, you could win a $25 gift card from STCU. From STCU, Les Schwab Tires and Whitman Hill Winery.
Loving a pizza, Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. Loving a pizza, I've been loving a pizza. Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. And Yakima's hometown.
Mom, let's order a large pepperoni pizza.
For Tony Big Cheese Pizza.
Good idea. I'll order it now. Tony's lets me order online or by phone. When you want lunch or dinner the delicious, easy way, come to Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria.
We can't wait to see you at Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the Safeway Plaza at 24th and Nob Hill.
Let's celebrate our democratic republic all year long, not just the first week of July. We have freedoms that are unmatched. Our system isn't perfect, but it's the best.
If you've been injured, get a free consultation from the people who live and work right here in our community.
Jessica Jalol and Jules Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
So every Wednesday, we introduce you to a pet that's currently in the care of a local shelter. Well, tonight, we are featuring a puppy that had a rough start in life, but Sage is now thriving and ready to be adopted.
Hi, my name is Tammy. I am here with Sage. Sage is going to be with Mikey's Chance at the PetSmart adoption event this Saturday from 11 to 3. Miss Sage is Shih Tzu with a little bit of Chihuahua. Sage was found with no hair. We're doing a lot better now. Sage is about 9 months old, and she'll be joining about 80 other dogs and cats this Saturday at PetSmart from 11 to 3 with approximately 8 or 9 other shelters in the area that they will all be up for adoption. Well, Sage is like any little puppy. Sage is actually very happy to play with other dogs and cats, loves to play, loves squeaky toys, to be petted and loved. Very unique looking little dog that loves to cuddle and would make a really wonderful forever friend. Sage is actually a parvo survivor, and even with that, Sage's favorite toys to play with are bones because we're fun and sassy and yeah, quite a survivor. Well, as you can tell, Sage loves to cuddle, but Sage also loves to go hiking and play, and Sage has the zoomies all the time, don't you? Yeah. So Sage would make a great partner for anybody that loves to hike and snuggle and just wants a loving dog, don't you? Yeah. So don't forget this Saturday from 11 to 3 at PetSmart on Canal Drive. Sage and 80 or so other dogs and cats will be there for adoption. And if you adopt Sage, you'll get a $50 gift card from Paws Natural Pet Emporium.
That is a unique looking dog. Very cool. Let's get him adopted. Stacy has a final look at your forecast next.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
If you think a little change in dinner plans would bother Dee Dee,
then you'd be wrong. Let's roll, guys. Good. Hey, split up.
yep, when it comes to dining out, Dee Dee knows how to roll. From all you can eat to the best burger this side of Mount Adams, Mexican food, pizza, or Asian fusion, it's always fine at Legends. Legends Casino Hotel, because fun is how we roll.
See, you got yourself a new hat.
Yep, had to. Fired up and fire Biden.
Yeah, well, first we got to deal with that congressman, Newhouse.
That's easy. Not voting Newhouse.
You know, he voted to impeach Trump. I'm not voting for no Newhouse.
How about Jared Sessler?
Sessler the vegan?
Jared Sessler's a vegan.
He's a vegan and he wants to tax our beef.
There's only one choice.
Now, there is only one choice, and that's Tiffany Smiley.
Tiffany Smiley it is.
MWSA Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals. Upgrade your home with the new Bosch dishwasher for just $6.99. Unmatched efficiency and state-of-the-art features. Dishes come out spotless every time. Enjoy exceptional savings and top-tier performance with this premium appliance. The Precision Wash system uses intelligent sensors to scan and check the progress of dishes throughout the cycle, while the Eco Silence motor systems ensures a quiet operation. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results-oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download our app. Want to do it even faster?
Here we go.
US Cellular works great out here. Wow, still have 5G here too. Hey, I wonder if US Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Try out our nationwide 5G coverage free for 30 days. Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app today.
July is Ultraviolet Safety Month. Protect your skin from harmful UV rays by wearing sun protective clothing. There's more information at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care. Round 2 voting is now open in Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
Welcome back. We've all been talking about the storms that rolled through, and Stacy, we kind of got a warning about that.
Yeah, we did, and it was from our weather photo, believe it or not. Take a look at your screen. This is from Alan this morning. Red sky in the morning, sailor's warning. Is that what we said? Red sky at night, sailor's delight. So he got that just right.
All right.
Good job, Alan. If you'd like to have your weather photo featured, use your smartphone, take a picture of that QR code. That'll take you to our landing page, or just go to applevalleynewsnow.com. Click on the weather tab, and then you'll see where you can upload a photo right there. All right, let's take a look at our day tomorrow. It's going to be a hot one out the door. Yeah, this rain, it was nice, but it'll all be dried up in when we have hot weather ahead of us. Look at those temps by midday in the upper 90s, and then those triple digits by the afternoon. We could potentially break some heat records tomorrow. Certainly have a chance of breaking them coming up this weekend. Look at those temperatures. We could top out at 110. Very dangerous weather. Those heat warnings, I think, will either get extended or be reissued into the weekend. And finally, for the first time, I see 90s on that 7-day forecast. I haven't seen that for a while. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla. Have to deal with that smoke and haze there. We'll keep a close eye on Walla Walla's air quality over the next couple of days. But those hot temperatures, we just got to get through that weekend.
Maybe stay inside with the filtered air.
There you go. Perfect. That's a good idea.
All right. Thanks, Stacy. And thank you so much for watching. We're back tonight at 11.
Hoping your news is good news.